MedTech startups are like gardening, and I'm pretty good at MedTech startups, and probably because I like gardening. Let me explain why I use that analogy. So, several things that happen in gardening. One is you got to obviously put the right plants when it's the right conditions, so the right season. So you've got to also have the right idea when it's the right conditions and the right season. You've also got to make sure that you've got lots of fertilizer. You can grow plants, but they'll be stunted and they'll be a bit yellowed out. But if you get fertilizer, which is money, then you've got a much better chance that they'll be healthy plants and they'll healthily grow. So it's just like that in a startup. In a MedTech startup, if you don't get enough money, enough fertilizer, yeah, you can sort of do it, but they're going to be weak and withered, and it's not going to be the best plants that you can grow. The next thing you've got to do is, like gardening, you've got to put the right plants in the right place. There's no point in putting the wrong plants that won't grow in the right conditions. You know, you can't put tropical plants or tropical fruits or foods into a really cold place. But likewise, you can't put cold veggies like cabbages and things when it's really super hot. So they're just not going to grow. You know, they might start off okay, but I guarantee you they'll pretty quickly die either in the wrong place or the wrong season. Another thing is, it takes patience. So startups are a lot like gardening, which is you plant a seed early on, or you plant a small plant early on, and it takes time to grow. You just can't rush it. It just takes certain time for it to grow, and you can't rush that process. It will take the time that it takes, and with a startup as well, it just takes however long it takes. You can't force it to rush it faster. And most startups now in medtech take, on average, about 8 years to 10 years to exit. So like gardening, you've got to have patience. You've got to come back and you've got to keep watering it, you've got to keep feeding it. And there's another important thing, which is you've got to get rid of the weeds, which is what I'm doing today. If you don't get rid of the weeds and the pests from your garden, you know, they will just destroy and eat all your crops. So one of the things that you've got to do is you've got to be ruthless in getting rid of the weeds. So if there's a weed in your company that's choking everything, you have to be ruthless and get it out, just like gardening. And just like in gardening, medtech startups have rules you got to follow. So the regulatory rules, obviously, for a startup, but there's rules that you got to follow here. So if you're going to use pesticides or you're going to use certain chemicals in your garden, there's rules that you got to follow. Like, you don't want to put poisonous things down where there's a cat, right? Or you don't want to have your dogs near, you know, poisonous insecticides and things. You have to expect as well when you do gardening. This is one of the things that I learned. You know, sometimes you just got it wrong and stuff just dies. So just like in gardening, sometimes for the startup, your plants will die. So it doesn't mean you got to give up gardening. What it means is you got to plant something else. Maybe you've put the wrong plant in the wrong place at the wrong time and not giving it enough fertilizer. So don't give up, clearly, but make sure it's the right place in the right time. And for me, and this is my veggie patch, one of the important things is that I'm planting things that people actually want. Otherwise, no one's going to take it off me. Now, my wife obviously doesn't buy them off me, but she'll give me a hell of a time if I plant the wrong things. If I plant things that she just doesn't like to eat, and they grow, no matter how good they are and how big they are and how awesome they are, she ain't going to eat them. So you've got to make sure, you know, my wife says, well, I love tomatoes and I want tomatoes and I want fresh tomatoes. Then plant freaking tomatoes. Same with startups. If you can't just plant whatever you want in a startup, you got to find something that people are going to be willing to buy at the end of it. You've got to have produce that people are going to want, things that they're going to eat, and it needs to solve a problem. You know, so gardening is solving a problem of partly it's hunger. you know, but I can go to the supermarket, but that's not kilometre zero. My garden here means that I get really, really fresh produce that's, you know, I don't use insecticides in any of it. I use natural pesticides. So it solves a problem for us, which is we want to eat healthy and we want to eat really, really tasty stuff. And the only way that we can eat healthy and tasty stuff is to grow it in our own garden. So I do believe that also with a startup, if you're not solving a problem that somebody wants, you know, they can go to the supermarket, they can go and get another, you know, if they don't want fresh produce, they can, you know, not have to deal with this, and they can go to a supermarket and they might pay more for it. But you know what, for them that's the convenience, because they don't have to wait, they don't have to experiment. You know, they know that if they buy tomatoes from a supermarket chain, then basically they know what they're going to get, right? Now, you know, it's got some pesticides, but you know what you're going to get, and you can get it instantly. So again, like gardening, for me, startups, you know, you've got a lot of risk in what you're growing. What you grow, you know, may not, you know, quite often say ugly fruit and ugly veg. Somebody might not like the ugly fruit and ugly veg, and you know, you might think it's really, really good, but they don't. So you got to make sure that whatever you plant in your orto, in your garden patch, is exactly what people are asking for, and it solves a problem. So if they don't care at all about fresh produce, you know, straight out of the garden, they'll go to the supermarket. So you've got to make sure you find exactly what that is. So another thing about gardening compared to startups is that you know, sometimes you need help. I don't know all the different things in this garden that I need to do. So sometimes I've got to go to a book, or I've got to go to a course. I went to a small course. I mean, I moved from the UK to here in Rome, and basically, you know, I've got no clue of how to grow certain veggies. I mean, I've never grown an eggplant in my life till I came here, so I had to learn. And I actually brought an expert in. It was actually my father-in-law who helped me to understand that you don't plant certain things together. So you don't plant courgettes next to eggplants. How the hell would I know that? So I had to get an expert in. So like that in startups, you don't know everything, right? And if you want to have the most success and not have some weird hybrid that comes out at the end of it, get some advice, get the professional advice, and get people who really know what they're doing to come and help you. And that's what I did in gardening, and that's what I do in startups, and I think that's why I'm successful in both. Another thing is, I love gardening and I love doing startups. What you don't want to do is do something that you hate, because if you have to go into the garden, a lot of the time it's raining, a lot of the time it's too hot, a lot of the time you don't want to go out. But if you do that and you just leave it and you don't put all your effort into it 24/7 more or less with a garden, with a vegetable patch like this, throughout all the seasons, and you have to continue to do it throughout all the seasons, you know, it will fail. You won't grow anything. There'll be nothing coming at your vegetable patch. So like that with a startup, a medical device startup, you know, it's 24/7, it's 4 seasons of the year, it's continuous. And if you're not in there weeding and watering and tending to it and making sure you do the right things in every single season, then just like your garden, it'll become overgrown, it'll probably die, and you probably won't get any produce out of it. So that's why I think, you know, it's like a medical startup is honestly, it's like gardening for me. That's one of the analogies that I'll use in it. The other thing about it is fertile ground. You know, you've got to make sure that if you're going to be gardening, your ground has to be fertile. You can't plant an idea. You can't plant a seed on rocks if you don't grow on rocks. You got to basically put the right plants in the right conditions. If it needs clay soil or it needs sandy soil, or it does need rocky soil, you know, there's certain plants that grow in rocky soil. Then you need to make sure that your field that you're in, you're planting the right idea, the right food, the right plant into where it's going to actually be able to grow. So again, an example is if you're going to make a product that's really for the ASCs and it's just too big, it's not going to fit in your ASC. So it's like planting a plant that needs clay soil right into sandy soil. Yeah, you can do it, you can stick it in, you can watch it, and you'll watch it slowly struggle, and over time you can give it all the fertilizer you want. If it's the wrong plant in the wrong place, it will either be a bad plant that comes out the end of it that no one wants, or it will be dead. And again, just like medical device startups, if you've got the wrong idea for the wrong location, no matter how much money you throw at it, and no matter how much you tend to it every single day, if the soil that it's in is wrong, it ain't ever growing. It also takes a couple of seasons to be able to do it. My first season of growing stuff here, I was learning a lot and failed a lot, and that's normal. But when you've gardened for 2 or 3 seasons, and think of startup cycles like seasons, then you just become much better at it, and you kind of know what to do. So again, be patient a little bit, learn through a couple of seasons, understand that you're probably going to have some problems, get some professionals in to help you, get advice, read some books, but it takes a couple of seasons to really get good at gardening. And it's the same really for startups. It takes a couple of seasons, a couple of rounds through startups to really get to understand and do all the shortcuts. So that's it really for today. I just thought I'd throw that weird one in for you today. I know it's a bit of a weird one, but I thought you'd join me on my beautiful sunny thing. And I cover a lot of this in my course, How to Start Up in MedTech. So if you go to howtostartupinmedtech.com, go across there, and yeah, try and also do some gardening if you can as well. It's good for the soul, and enjoy it.